What does it mean to have courage and faith? Can these virtues be found intertwined in the stories of the Bible? Let's take a moment to ponder these questions. Courage and faith, though distinct, often walk hand in hand. They are the bedrock of many tales and teachings within the Bible, serving as guiding lights in times of adversity. Courage, as we know, is the ability to confront fear, pain, danger, uncertainty, or intimidation. It is the boldness to stand firm even when the odds are against us. On the other hand, faith is a deep-rooted belief, a conviction that does not require physical evidence. It is the assurance in what we hope for and the certainty in what we do not see. When these two virtues come together, they create a powerful force capable of moving mountains. So, where do we find such examples? Well, delve into the Bible, and you'll find an array of individuals who've showcased immense courage and unwavering faith. Remember Joshua, who led the Israelites into the Promised Land. His courage and faith were remarkable. Joshua's story, as told in the book of Joshua, is a testament to the power of unwavering faith and resilience in the face of adversity. Joshua was tasked with an enormous responsibility. He had to lead his people into a new land, filled with unknown challenges and potential threats. But he did not falter. In Joshua 1:9, we see God encouraging Joshua, saying, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Joshua took these words to heart. He led his people with strength, courage, and unwavering faith in God. His actions inspired those around him and set a precedent for future leaders. Joshua's faith and courage, therefore, became a beacon of hope for his people. Now imagine being thrown into a den of lions. Would your faith remain unshaken like Daniel's? In the heart of Babylon, a man named Daniel stood firm in his faith, refusing to compromise his devotion to God. Despite the decree that forbade prayer to anyone but the king, Daniel continued to pray to the God of Israel, a defiance that led him to a seemingly certain death in a den full of lions. Yet even as the lions prowled around him, Daniel's courage did not waver. His faith was so unyielding that he believed God would deliver him from the jaws of death, and indeed God did. When the king found Daniel unharmed the next morning, he declared, "My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths, so that they have not hurt me." In the face of danger, Daniel's courage and faith remained steadfast. His story reminds us that even in the midst of our most daunting trials, we can find courage through faith. Have you heard of Esther, the queen, who risked everything to save her people? In the biblical book of Esther, we find an incredible story of a young Jewish woman who becomes queen of Persia. Her tale isn't just a rags to riches story, but a testament of faith and courage. When Esther discovered a plot to exterminate all Jews in Persia, she could have chosen to remain silent, to hide her identity, but she didn't. Instead, she chose to risk her life. She bravely declared, "If I perish, I perish," a statement encapsulating her readiness to sacrifice herself for her people. Esther's courage was rooted in her deep faith. She called for a fast among her people, seeking God's favor before she approached the king. She wasn't just brave, she was faithful. She trusted God's plan even when it seemed perilous. Esther's courage and faith, therefore, became a symbol of selfless bravery. Can a shepherd boy defeat a mighty warrior? David's story tells us it's possible with courage and faith. Picture a young David, a shepherd by trade, standing before Goliath, a giant of a man, a seasoned warrior. The odds were stacked against David, yet he stood tall, his faith unwavering. In the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verses 45 to 47, David proclaims to Goliath, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." David's faith in God was his shield, his courage, his sword. He faced Goliath not with fear, but with a spirit of defiance, a spirit born from unwavering faith. David's victory over Goliath reminds us that with faith and courage, even the most formidable challenges can be conquered. So, what have we learned from these stories of courage and faith? We've taken a deep dive into the lives of Joshua, Daniel, Esther, and David. We've seen how Joshua's steadfastness, exemplified in Joshua 1 verse 9, allowed him to lead his people with unyielding courage. We've witnessed Daniel's unwavering faith in God, even in the face of death in the lion's den, as detailed in Daniel 6 verse 23. We've admired Esther's brave stance, using her position to save her people, as recorded in Esther 4, verse 14. And of course, we've celebrated David's triumph over Goliath, a testament to the power of faith and courage, as told in 1 Samuel 17, verse 45. Each of these stories reminds us of the strength that comes from faith and the power of courage in overcoming challenges. Just like these biblical figures, we too can face our fears and challenges with courage and faith.